need something a little bit more serious, I think. Yeah, g'day guys, Steve here from Factory Restos Australia. Yeah, as you can see me here just working on the bash plates of the Hilux. We sort of got a little bit rushed in the end. My son has to head north for the harvest, and so we sort of got a little bit rushed in trying to get it all back together, and so we didn't get a lot of good footage of us putting it back together. But yeah, basically we my son remounted the bar and the lights and aerials and all sorts of stuff, and then you'll see us just here working on the bash plates. So there's a set of bash plates that go with the ARB bull bar. There's also an aftermarket bash plate that goes right up underneath the sump of the engine and the transfer case and that sort of stuff. So yeah, we decided to paint that red and all the other stuff that goes with the ARB bull bar in black. So just brighten it up a little bit and make it a little bit different. But you can see us here just panel beating and sanding and wire brushing and sort of getting it ready for a coat of paint. But yeah, so like I said, a bit rushed, but not a lot of good footage. But anyway, hopefully you'll be happy with the end result. And yeah, it does come up quite good, and certainly my son's wrapped. But anyway, we'll let you watch a video, and we'll talk to you at the end. So we're just tidying up the bash plates to respray these. It's one of the things that I pay a lot of attention to when I sand these back and get rid of the rust, is the attention to detail. If you look along here, you can see that the paint's given away on the edges a lot, and that's because that's a really sharp edge. They haven't blemished the edges. That's got burrs on it. Yeah, because they just don't sort of dress the edges up, and that's the first place the paint will crack away along those sharp edges. It just can't grip on those really sharp corners. You can see it here too. It's just given way right along that edge. That's where the water gets under the paint. And I think this is powder coat actually. And away you go. The rust gets in and so on and so on. So what we're doing with this is just, we're not bare metaling it. It's like the roo bar. It's in pretty good nick. We're just taking out the rusty spots with a really worn 80 grit floppy disc. And once we've done this, we've got down to a lot of the rust and got rid of the rust. I might even sandblast around these things. I'll give it a sand over the top with some 150 grit, right over the top of everything, and just try and smooth it out and get rid of some of these grind marks. Obviously, it's got a few dents and bits and pieces in it. We're not too worried about that. It just goes under the car, and it's just going to get more dents and bits and pieces in it as well. But the idea is we'll just give it a sand over the top, and then we'll give it a couple of good coats of primer. Now the primer I've got, the 2-pack primer, is seems like it's a reasonably high build primer, and we really we run some 240 over that, and we're getting quite a good finish on all these steel things. The brush bars and the bull bar come up quite well. So yeah, we've already done the stock bash plates that come with the bull bar, the AOB bull bar, but this is an aftermarket bash plate that goes under the sump of the engine and comes right up near the bull bar. So anyway, we'll continue with this, and yeah, hopefully we'll get some paint on these this afternoon. Hilux lives again. So I'll just talk over the top of this part of the video, guys. It was a really windy day and we were getting a lot of wind noise in the microphones. So you can see he's tidied up the interior, fitted a roof console there with the LED lights, which is really good. Obviously it's got a bit of storage in it. He left it open and put the UHF down underneath the dash and fitted a UHF with the controls all on the handpiece. So that works quite well and just modernises the car a little bit. Fitted a Kenwood head unit, which has obviously Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. And so that just modernises the car, has a hands-free for the phone, and the reversing camera integrates as well too. So that just sort of brings the car up to date sort of thing. Interior was pretty clean, so he sort of just tidied it up a little bit, put a dash mat up there, put a steering wheel cover on, and those gauges were in the car when he bought it. But it all came up really nice. On the outside, we sort of fitted some new second-hand tyres and wheels, and colour-coded those brush bars on the side, the rock sliders and brush bars. The snorkel was already there. It was in really good condition. And as you come around the vehicle here, you can see we colour-coded the roof bar and fitted new driving lights, new aerials. He's got those aerials mounted on tilt brackets, and one's a UHF and one's an AM/FM aerial. We did get some new shrouds for the headlights there, and those rubber mounts on the bull bar only just come in the day we filmed this, so it was all a little bit rushed in the end. New ARB stickers on the bars and the brush bars, which come up really good. New grille, new headlights and stuff, and he just put a cheap toolbox on the back just to sort of get him through harvest and get it looking a bit neater. So it come up pretty well. We'll drop down and have a look underneath here. You can see the bash plates, the red aftermarket there, but all the black bash plates there in the foreground come with the bar. So in the end I think it come up quite good. So we're all pretty happy, and including my son, who's very happy.